What's up guys, I'm DeatHInfernoXxGaming and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be making the upgraded version of the God tier Tempest build, which was a build I made like almost a year ago, which works till this day, but now we can do even better thanks to the new perks and stuff. This build will be able to obliterate your average behemoth in no time, also break any part in just one single clap. It will need a little bit getting used to because you need to be able to dodge through attacks well for this build to work, but it will be so worth it. So let's just check out the build real quick. Alright, so here is the build guys, and as you can see it is almost the same as the build I made almost a year ago, but this one does not have cunning because we now have the Fire Perk, which can increase our movement speed by a lot, which is far better than the 30% increase in critical damage, well specifically for this Tempest build. As usual, the key to this build is movement speed because the Tempest will be able to deal 5% bonus damage to unbroken parts for every 1% increase in movement speed. So the main perks for this build are fleet-footed and invigorated because they give the most movement speed boost. Pulse is also important to guarantee the critical hit for Tempest, and sharpened is just there so that we can see big numbers also for the part break in one shot too. Alright, so now let's be a nerd for a second. We all know Tempest will deal more damage based on movement speed, but how much more damage will Tempest deal with all this movement speed? Let's start counting. Fleet-footed 35%, Invigorated 50%, Fire 15%, Grace 11%, Molten 20%, Strikes Lantern 15%, and Tempest, let's say we don't stack it, it's 3%. So that brings us a total of 149%, and for the sake of my puny brain cells, let's make it 150 for easier math. So Tempest will deal 5% more damage for every 1% movement speed increase, which means Tempest will now deal 750% more damage. But that's not all. We still have Pulse to guarantee our critical hits, and critical hits by default will increase your damage by 150%. With Pulse, we now deal 165% more damage on Tempest. Along with the core size unique effect, we are now dealing 50% more damage again for the Tempest. Woo, that's some math. I might miss some of the calculations, but I'm sure that this is at least 80% right. The 90% would be me missing something that will end up making the number go higher, and 1% of me miscalculating things. So that's how much more damage you will deal when you hit an unbroken part with Tempest. With Sharpened, you'll be able to deal 30% more damage on the part and 100% more when it's activated, allowing us to break a part in just one shot. So that's how broken this build is. Ace Ray Evasion is there because we evade a lot, and in turn, we'll be able to cast a Strike Zeal even more. And that sums up all the perks and important stuff, so now we take a peek on the equipments and cells inside it. It is the Scrave helmet with the fleet-footed, the Chronovore with Fire, the Dross with Molten, and another Chronovore with Pulse. And here I'm using the Strike Zeal and Ace Ray Evasion. Strike Zeal is the only one that can give you movement speed. And there's also Tempest, the key player to this build, and here's the weapon, Agarus, with Invigorated and Invigorated represents. Some of these are not really that useful anymore, and Bonnet with the Koshai. I know some of you would not like Sharpened because it does not give a boost to core damage, so I made a contingency plan. Another build without Sharpened, and will undoubtedly deal more core damage thanks to even more move speed boost. So let's skip the calculation. This build will give you 174 movement speed boost compared to the previous build, which was 149%, so 15% more movement speed. I will not explain this build here, so check the description for the build guys. And that's it for the build. This build will work for everyone as long as you are doing things right, so remember these 4 rules. Make sure to keep your pulse at max stacks, keep your stamina below 50%, pick up Molten and use Lantern when necessary, evade through an attack, and kaboom. Remember these 4 rules, and congratulations, you have mastered this build. So now let's get to the hunting grounds for some testing. Alright, so here we are in the hunting grounds, and let's test out the weapon that I just showed you guys. I'm not gonna use the one with more core damage, I'm gonna use the one with more part damage, because it's the one that I like to use. The Molten got left behind, so let's pick it up, evade through that one, and slap. Easy part break. And as you can see, every single hit of the Tempest, as long as you're doing things right, the 4 rules that I just mentioned to you guys before this one, then you'll be able to break every part in just one hit of Tempest. I don't have stamina. Okay. It's okay. Evade through that one. Easy. And zap. Another 11k. Let's stack the pulse again. Keep stamina below 50%, evade through an attack, and crack 15k. Another part break. See? This build can farm parts very easily. Evade through an attack, and one more Tempest, 11k. And now it's almost dead. Very simple, very easy. Okay? Evade through that one. Zap! Easy. And yeah, it's not really a challenge at this point because you just really need to evade through attack and do this stuff. So we go to Pungar next. It's kind of a long road, so maybe we need to stop here a bit. And there's actually a clip that I want to show you guys. I don't usually do build videos in escalations because of damage boost and stuff, but here is a short clip to show you guys that this build will work wonders if you plan to farm for escalation bosses. I'm pretty on the level here, level 14, supposed to deal less damage, but I'm actually doing too much to the point I kill Urska before I can farm for parts, so yeah. Evade through an attack and slap, holy cow, 237k. And yep, it's on a 4th HP left, and what part did I get? Limb? One limb and the head, and now he's dead. So yeah, this build will definitely help you farm for parts. So we have weak spot here and it kills the Urska too fast, but usually you'll be able to get all the limbs, at least. So now let's get back to the hunting grounds. And here we are in the Pungar. We have the pulse at max stack, so all we need to do is evade through attack, step on me. There we go. Slap, easy part break. Okay, that's the pulse stacked again. Pick up your Molten, and no, I really hate this roll. Alright, let's get close again so that he can hit me. Okay, evade through that one. Let's try to hit the tail. Never mind, did not hit. Evade through the tail and hit the tail, come on. There we go, 25k. Easy part break. And now it's gonna get enraged, so here's our chance to just kill it. Use Tempest and it will cancel the enrage motion, and he's gonna repeat it over and over again, and we can just evade through it again and use Tempest again and cancel the enrage, and we're gonna do it again. Okay, we have no other parts to break apart from the leg, so we just do the leg, but it's gonna drop down, so let's just slam after he gets up. There we go, not that, let's just finish attack. There we go, easy. Yep, it's very easy. Alright, next, I don't really want to fight the Rezakiri because it's flying and oh, what the hell. It's flying and I don't really like it. It's actually pretty easy, but let's just fight this Fan Roar here because it's closer and people hate this guy a lot. The only downside to this build is you have very low HP thanks to the Fire Perk. But as long as you're evading well, then everything is fine. You have your legendary ability to just recover you guys from death too, so it's pretty good. As you can see, Fan Roar will attack you relentlessly, which is kind of easy. He's gonna get enraged as usual. The thing that I mentioned, enrage and cancel with the Tempest, is gonna go over the motion over and over again, and it's kind of pretty easy at this point. Okay, cancel. It's gonna do it again. Come on. There we go. Evade through attack and kaboom, 30k. Easy. Stack the pulse, stack the pulse, stack the pulse, stack the pulse. Okay, evade and kaboom. That's not an unbroken part. So yeah, you need to hit an unbroken part. Evade through that one, I cannot see anything. Thank God. There we go, easy. And as you can see, this build can break every single part as long as you do things right in just one hit. And it can actually kill behemoths very fast, so as you can see, it's only 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and that's 3 behemoths, so 1 minute or so per behemoth. So yeah, that's all for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It's free and you can always subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.